Nah, I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be cool. We're gonna just talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna just talk about it. I'm gonna be calm, dog. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna be calm. So, we're gonna get right into it. Oh, well, first of all, let me just give a big shout out to everybody who watched my Killshot review. I'm gonna throw up like a link to it in the top, you know, the little gray box over there where you click it. Let me just get this out the way first. Shout out to everybody who answered the question correctly. What was Tupac's first album? Here's the first 5 people who got it right. Okay, cool. Now, we gonna really get to the bottom of this. We gonna chop this fable up. We gonna chop this fable right up. I'm seeing a lot of people, mainly MGK fans, but you know, I'm a fan of his music too, honestly, and I know you guys are gonna be like, oh no, you're a big Eminem fan. Well, watch my whole page first and go back and watch some of the Revival reviews and some of the R album reviews. Then you'll realize, oh wait, he just liked that album. But here's what we're gonna do. I see people trying to do the same thing with this diss track that they tried to do with Kamikaze. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The beginning, when it first drops, the majority of people speaking, love, pure love. They love it. They give it a second so everybody else can get their hands on it and stuff. Then the narrative switches. And it's not just the narrative that starts off with like Eminem fans, because I saw Anthony Fantano, and if there's one person who bodies Eminem a lot more than he gives a big up, it's Anthony Fantano. Even Anthony Fantano was like, yo, no, he killed you on this diss track. So this is what we're going to talk about. Off tops, I see people being like,
well, this gotta be a better diss track.
And I'd be like, well, kind sir, why would that be? Give me the reason why that wouldn't be. And they'd be like,
the beat was not as fire. The beat was not that dope.
Really, nigga?
That's what we gonna do? That's what we gonna do? Just go ahead and say this. You know another beat of a diss track that wasn't that fire? Ether. Nah, we gonna talk about it. That Ether beat is traka. Nigga, that shit is a 20-second loop. It is a 20-second loop. Now, I ain't gonna say that ain't one of the most classic beats ever, but it's a 20-second loop. Yup. We gonna talk about it. Now, I ain't taking anything away from Ether. Ether is still one of the most historic diss tracks, goes down in hip-hop history, but that Ron Browse beat, nigga, if you don't get that, the fuck out of here. That beat, if you don't get that ColecoVision beat, the fuck out of here. If you don't get that final boss on Metroid beat, the fuck out of here. If you don't get that original Zelda 16-bit Mario final boss, final level beat, the fuck out of here. Come on. The Takeover beat was miles. Now we're gonna talk about it. Was miles ahead of the Ether beat. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. The Takeover beat got a sample by The Doors. It's some epic, grandiose. It sound like somebody is rising on top like Leonidas.
This is Sparta!
I know Jay-Z somewhere just salty as hell, sitting like, chill. I can't believe they're trying to say they can't give M the win because the beat. But they gave Nas the victory and that beat was straight doodle water. That shit is crazy. We gonna just so that's what we doing. So, and then that's what brought me to my point. I think people do not want M to win because more than just the music. I think we live in a time where it's too woke for anybody to want anybody to call the greatest rapper, the best rapper, to give that title to a white person. I'm gonna just say it. Because I'm sitting here listening to what people are saying, and it's throwing me the hell off. We gonna do a quick little lyrical breakdown. I said this in the beginning of the video, but I am going live tonight at 8 p.m. I'm pretty sure 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going live. I need every single body to tune in. I didn't go live yesterday. I could have. I was thinking about it, but I was like, give me 24 hours to soak this in. Let me give the my fans a break, even though they want to see it. Shout out in advance to everybody who's going to donate tonight. It's going to be a crazy night. We're going to talk about it. But let's get right into it. This is kind of like the preview for it. Let's get right into it. We're going to talk about some of the lines because I think people are getting too caught up on the beat. Let's talk about, we're going to do this on the live stream too, but we're going to break down the beginning. Let's talk about the opening verses of each of these songs, and we're going to just compare them off tops. Listen, so this is how Rap Devil starts. Oh my God, Ronnie. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, yo, somebody grab me the clippers. His effing beard is weird. Tough talk from a rapper paying millions for security a year. MGK has security too. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, you right. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic. How? Why is that a diss? Why is that a diss? Somebody tell me why that is a diss. Please, somebody tell me why that's a diss. Yeah. So far, what we got is, his beard is weird, and he be in the studio, yelling at the mic. That diss would only be fire. It would be more potent if Eminem wasn't one of the richest rappers. So yeah, he's downstairs yelling at the studio, but it creates a future for everybody that he knows. Like, what? That's like saying, I think my dad's crazy, and your dad's like Steve Jobs, like, yeah, he's in the basement working on phones all day, night. What? Okay, and then that's the opening, right? Let's go ahead and talk about Killshot. No, we gonna actually get more to MGK. He said, "You're sober and bored, huh? I know. About to be 46 years old, dog. Talking about I'ma call up Trick. Man, you sound like a bitch. That's cool, but I'ma just assume he said bitch, comma, bitch. So you sound like a bitch, not a bitch, because that would have been, nah, MGK, he better than that. Man, you, man up and handle your shit. Mad about something I said in 2012 took you 6 years and a surprise I'm just to come with a diss. Now that wasn't really a diss. That was more like you just stated a fact. Okay, yeah. I mean, he explained why, but homie, we get it. We know you're the greatest rapper alive. Now, could you imagine if you were in a battle? And I understand, like, if you took the 8 Mile approach, where you're trying to take the wind out of his sails, and be like, we understand you're the greatest rapper alive, and then you say something else to take the wind out. But this is what he says after that. We get it, you're the greatest rapper alive. Effing dweeb, all you do is read the dictionary and stay inside. Actually, that's not that bad of a diss. It's a little petty, it's a little childish of a diss, but Ether has a lot of childish diss too. Like, D sucking lips isn't a very mature diss, but I'll let that one rock. F Rap God, I'm the Rap Devil, coming barefaced with a black shovel. Like, he's talking about the fact that he doesn't have a beard again. Like, that is something that is killing Eminem right now. I came barefaced with a black shovel. Shovel? We gonna let shovel rock. That's what we doing. That's not a reach. Okay, cool. We gonna let it rock. Like the Armageddon when the smoke settled. Like the Armageddon when the smoke is like Armageddon. The Armageddon. Anyway. When the smoke settled, his body next to instrumental. Okay, that's his thing. The disses that we got from the first verse. Your beard is weird. He's in the studio yelling at the mic. He pays for security. The trick, I'll give you the trick one was a passable one. And then I got a bare face. All right, let's talk about the first, because a lot of y'all ain't paying attention to the lyrics for some reason. Y'all just want to listen to the beats, and I know that's what the era we in. I'm not old, you know what I mean? I'm in my 20s too. I understand what it is, and trust me, I'm the person who was bodying Eminem's albums that started with R. Bodying him. But what kills me is I thought we were all in the same team. I thought we were bodying Revival, Relapse, and all these albums because of an actual critique. But it seems like we were bodying him for a critique. He changes those critiques, and we body him for the new things he changed. It's like, what do we want? Is this what you want? Okay, intro to Killshot. Just make it for the MGK. You sound like a beep, a bitch. Shut the F up. When your fans become your haters, you done. Your beard is weird. All right. See, that he's just taking the smoke out of the. Your beard is weird. All right. When your fans become your haters, you done. You yell at the mic. You're a weird beard. You weird beard. We doing this once. I love the fact that catch they said we doing this once. We only doing this once. Comes out with the Rihanna just hit me on the text. Last night I left hickeys on her neck. Out the gate with the rebuttal. Because he was talking about, you probably too afraid to ask for Rihanna's number. You just holding her umbrella, which is also bro, that sounds like somebody who ain't never been in a roast battle roasting. That first one was like, you can't even ask for Rihanna's number. You holding her umbrella. No. Rihanna just hit me on the text last night and left hickeys on her neck. Light bar, but it's a rebuttal. Like that. Wait, you just dissed me? I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line, compliment me on the next. True. We're gonna let that one go. I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Was watching 8 Mile on my Nordic track. Realized I forgot to call you back. Here's the autograph on your daughter. I wrote it on a starting cap. That's a reference to Stan. That's calling you Stan without calling you Stan. And the what the It's on me in the line to compliment me on the next. Damn, I really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Watching 8 Mile on my Nordic track. Realized I forgot to call you back. Here's my autograph for your daughter I wrote it on a starting cap. Stan, son, listen, man. Dad isn't mad. But how you gonna name yourself after a damn gun and have a man bun? I wasn't a huge fan of that bar, but it's true. He's basically saying, Machine Gun Kelly, you swear you're named after a gangster, right? I don't know. You kind of but I will say MGK, as somebody who's known MGK or has worked with MGK, I don't think MGK is afraid to punch somebody in the face. That's what I will say. I will say that though, and that's somebody who's actually worked with him numerous times. Okay. The Giants woke eyes open, undeniable. Supplying smoke, got the fire stoked. Say you got me in the scope, but you grazed me. I say one call to inner scope and you Swayze. One call to inner, easy. You got me inner scope, but you just grazed me. If I call inner scope, then you Swayze. This whole thing started off because he's talking about Sway was telling him that he thinks he's banned from Shady 4-5. Anyway, so your reply got the crowd yelling, woo! So before you die, let's see who can out petty who. With your corny lines, slim you're old. Aw, Kelly, ooh. That was fire. I feel like he could have delivered that like, you made the crowd say, ooh, with your corny line. I mean, let's see who out petty who with your corny line, slim, you're old. Oh, ow, Kelly, ooh. Like that, I love that. You know how I love onomatopoeia. I love that. But I'm 45 and I'm still outselling you. Why is nobody talking about that? That whole age bar, that MGK's whole crust was, you're old. But that only lands when we talk about someone who is old and not successful. Bill Gates is old. Warren Buffett is old. But if they're still making millions and millions off of their work and off what they do, and they're making more than you, how weird would I look like being an up-and-coming technician or person who's making a computer brand and then be like, Bill Gates, you old. Yo, get the f out of here with that. He said, I'm 45 and I was telling you, by 29 I had 3 albums that had blue. So, cause what he did was he doubled back. The 45 line was to be like, okay, I'm old and I'm start selling you. Then you could be like, well, you had a long time to build up your fans. He goes, okay, But at 29, I had 3 albums that had blew. At your age, I had 3 that had already blown up. What's up? Now let's talk about something I don't really do. Go in someone's daughter's mouth stealing food. But you're effing a molehill. Now I'm going to make a mountain out of you. This whole thing, MGK became a mountain out of a molehill. That's what everybody must admit. This was the greatest promo he's ever gotten. Bad Boy has never given him this promo. MGK probably could have just started his career today and it would have been probably more prosperous than it's ever been. But anyway. Now I'm gonna make a mountain on you. Oh, chill, acting like you put the chrome barrel to my bone marrow. Gunner, bitch, you ain't a bow and arrow. Now that's just playing with syllables and some battle rap. He said, you act like you gonna put the gun barrel to my bone marrow. The chrome barrel to my bone marrow. Gunner, bitch, you ain't even a bow and arrow. Ah, come on. Saying you run up on me like a phone bill. Spread lead. Run up on me like a phone bill. Playing dead is the only time you should hold still. Are you eating cereal or oatmeal? What the F is in that bowl? Milk? Wheaties or Cheerios? Cause I'm taking an ish in them. Kelly, I need a reading material. Dictionary. Now see, I didn't like that whole what's in the bowl stuff. I didn't like that. I like the reading material was cool. Dictionary. I feel like I see the rebuttal he was taking, but he could have done that rebuttal way better. Because he kind of just said, I need reading material. Dictionary. You could have said reading, all of it was dope until dictionary. Because it was like, well, lead up to the dictionary. Say something. Don't just say, I need reading material. I know he said that. Okay, let's go. Yo, Slim. Your last 4 albums suck. Go back to Recovery. Oh, shoot. That was 3 albums ago. What do you know? Oops. And at first when I heard that line, I was like, that wasn't that great of a diss. But then I thought about it. It's like, wait a minute. If your whole crust of your rap devil is you were dope 4 albums ago, and you were very adamant that that's what it was, and then you say that 3 albums ago he needs to go back to that, that kills your stance more than you think. Because it's almost like, oh, so now your credibility, your hip-hop credibility is shot. Because it's like when Vlad TV said, didn't know Tupac was dead when Ether dropped. Ever since that day, I've had to take a lot of credence out of what Vlad says. Not that I ever put too much. Let's get a few more lines because this is running up too long. I'm going live tonight. We're going to talk about the whole thing. He said, got the Diddy. Okay, so you spent your whole day shooting a video just to effing dig your own grave because you had the shovel digging. Y'all don't listen to battle rap. That's why you. One more line, we get out of here. He said, lethal injection, go to sleep, 6 feet deep. I'll give you a B for the effort. But if I was 3'11", you would look up to me. And for the record, because that's a flip on when MGK's like, well, I'm taller than you, and I still don't look up to you. Well, yeah, you actually do look up to him. You literally said that. Go to sleep. You would suck a D to effing be me for a second, like a boss act to get on my channel, give you your life to be solidified. This mother effing ish like Rambo when he out of bullets. So what's good with it? What good is an effing machine gun when it's out of ammo? I'm going live tonight.